Good morning. I've been up since a little after 2 o'clock. I could have started at 3:33, but I shifted the title. Let me just do the title and then I'll talk about it. The shift perceived in the U.S. Military Academy. I was going to talk about something else, but I received a short video that shifted my topic. It showed a West Point cadet releasing a mouse into the wild and inadvertently feeding a hawk. Here's the link, and I have the link there. At first, I didn't get it, but then it began to sink in. This is a man training to become a military officer. He still has his humanity and decency intact. In fact, that characteristic has not been eradicated despite all the dark energies that have seemed to be working against the evolution of consciousness. If we look, we will see this. Humanity wins. The war on consciousness, like every other war of the would-be world controllers, is failing. People really are waking up, even in the United States Military Academy. I was going to talk about the One People's Trust, which I'll do at another time. But when I watched this short video, it's only a little over a minute long, it shows a man at West Point with a garbage can releasing a mouse that had been bothering him in bed. He caught it and was releasing it into the wild. And then within just less than a minute's time, it's scampering off and a hawk comes down and picks the mouse up and has its meal. Here's what the guy said, though, after he saw the hawk get it. Oh no, no, are you kidding me? He didn't last 5 minutes. I'm a terrible person. That sinks in. He felt bad for the mouse being eaten, not realizing that he was answering the prayer of the hawk by providing an easy meal. Why do I point this out? Why did it sink in for me? Because I saw humanity speaking from the heart. Now, of course, he shrugged it off, and I'm sure he, in time, forgot about it. Maybe thought about it a few times later that day. But since the video has a lot of views, maybe he doesn't forget about it so easily. Last night we had a meeting here in which the title of the meeting was The Art of Conversation. And there were only 7 of us. And we each had the opportunity to share. And each one of us spoke from our hearts. There were actually 2 ladies and 5 men. Not the usual odds in a metaphysical meeting. My friend Jerry, whom those of you that have watched the videos pointed out, that he's been working with some business people in a government agency, and the emphasis in that government agency is on service to others. And they're looking, the people in the government are now treating those that come to them for help with employment or whatever, they're treating them as customers, not just as poor unfortunates that are desperate. The attitude, Jerry notices, has shifted. And as each one shared his or her individual's story or what's going on with them, it was obvious to me that the heart is opening, that our humanity is being reinforced at a time when there seems to be so much going against us as humans. And yet the very nature of that conflict, of something going against us, is actually pushing us, I believe, into a higher state of consciousness. We're recognizing who we are and realizing that we don't want to go where those that would seem to want to control us are wanting to take us. There's been a dehumanization program, I think, operating in the military and operating in society in general, in the corporate world. It's been a dehumanizing effect of trying to stamp out the decency, stamp out the compassion, stamp out the caring and the cooperative spirit, and keep it competitive. It's us against them. No, there is no them. There's only us. And that includes those that we label as psychopaths because of their behavior, because of their apparent lack of empathy. But it's there. And given time, we're going to watch it unfold. That's the message that Spirit was giving me, and as I've been meditating after coming out of the meditation room, after seeing that video, meditating on, wow, people really are seeing it. Oh, it's not a big change yet, but it will be. It will be. It's coming. And it's a beautiful thing. I've been encouraged as I've been pondering what Jerry talked about last night and watching this video and hearing a couple of the stories at least that others shared last night, and then emails that I get from people. Man, it's subtle, but it's there. It's there, the indications of the reinforcement of our real human nature, our real compassionate human nature is evident when we stop and look. I think it's a beautiful thing what's happening in my life and on the planet and the lives of others. Oh yeah, there's still struggle. There's still some uncertainty because it doesn't seem like the powers that have been have changed a whole lot. There's nothing being reported yet in the mainstream media, or at least not much. And sometimes when you look there at the propaganda machine, it's hard to see the positive changes, which is why I'm so appreciative of the internet. It's not totally uncensored, but it's a heck of a lot more uncensored than anything in the mainstream news media. And this is a good thing for humanity because it gives us a chance to get things into perspective, to look at things from different angles, other than the angle that we're being spoon-fed, and other than the angle that the elite is trying to force us into so they can continue their fraud. The fraud won't continue. It won't continue. It won't be able to. The energy just does not support it. There really was a shift in the past 2 years. The ninth wave really did end in 2011. And then we entered that 2012 period of the time between times. And things really did happen with the alignment. They really did produce an effect. And the effect at first does not seem to be so visible, not as visible as I would have liked and many others would have liked, because it's an internal effect. It's an effect that's taking place in the way we respond to things. Oh, I'm a terrible person. But he wasn't. He wasn't being a terrible person. But just being able to say that about himself because he felt bad for the little mouse. A mouse! Somebody that's training to kill human beings is feeling sorry and compassionate for a mouse. That bodes well for us in creating peace on earth, doesn't it? It does to me. Anyway, for all the meditation, I'm actually going to do a short video today. I'm going to pull a string, 11 minutes and something. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being part of the awakening of humanity and the transformation of everything that we've known. We're in the new paradigm. Namaste.